and welcome to another episode of Stay at Home Blues and Oranges, brought to you by After School All-Stars Hawaii. My name is Tosa and I am the site coordinator at Kalakaua Middle School. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, follow, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our new videos. Please also follow at All Stars Hawaii on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok to connect with us. In today's video, we'll be making a larger plastic potter to transplant your plants once they have grown from a seedling, like the video Miss Krisha showed you guys how to make a few weeks ago. So these are the items that we will need for our project today. First, you're going to need an open and clean space. Second is a pair of scissors, please be safe. Third is a set of freshly washed hands. Fourth is a large container. I have a 2-liter bottle, but you could also use things like a large coffee can, a mayonnaise jar, or anything similar in size. The fifth item is a Sharpie. The sixth item is your plant that is ready to transplant. The seventh item is planting soil or dirt. The eighth item is string or rope. And the last item is a spoon or shovel. All right, so now that we have went over all of our materials, let's get started with our plastic hanging potter. The first thing that we are going to be doing is prepping our potter. What that means is that we are going to be washing the planter bottle out with warm soap and water. We are also going to be washing our hands because we will be handling live seeds and plants. We've already washed our bottle and our hands, so now is the perfect time to pause so you can prep your planter.
So now we are going to create the opening on the bottle. So we are going to start by drawing a 6-inch by 3-inch rectangle on our bottle with our Sharpie. Try to make sure that you are making it as straight as possible so when you cut, the edges are nice. We are also going to be making 4 marks on the bottle where we will cut small holes for our strings to hang later, 2 on each side. Try to make them as center as possible with the hole you've drawn on the bottle so it hangs straight. In addition, we will also be placing a small mark on the bottom of the bottle for the water to drain when you water your plant. If you need time to pause to complete this task, now is the perfect time.
Now we are going to cut out the plastic. Please make sure that you are extremely careful while doing this, especially because the surface of the bottle is smooth and it can cause the scissors to move while you're pushing them down into the bottle. Please also make sure that you take off the lid of the bottle cap so that the air inside doesn't push against the bottle when you're trying to cut. If you turn the bottle a little bit and squeeze it, you will be able to grip it. There you go. Please be careful again with your fingers, and you're going to very carefully cut, there we go, on the line all the way around. Grab the inside of the plastic so that you have a good grip on the bottle. But again, please be careful because the plastic can be sharp. And voila! Now you've got your hole where the plants will go inside the bottle.
We are also going to do the same method of cutting for the holes that will hold the string and the hole in the bottom of the bottle for drainage, but now we are going to use a knife just because it has a sharp tip. Again, you must ask your parents first for permission before using a knife, and please practice safely by being aware of where your fingers are and those around you.
And we're actually going to start on this end, holding the knife very gently and the blade away from your face. We are going to just very carefully twist, 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 and the plastic is going to start to give in a little bit, but that doesn't mean that you have to go any harder. There you go, and it's going to go in, and you want to just kind of twist to make a hole big enough for your yarn or your rope. And we are going to do the same thing. I'm going to turn the bottle sideways, grip the bottle, my fingers away, and again the knife blade away from my hand and away from my face, and very carefully just twist, twist, twist until the knife goes in, and then twist, make a circle. Going to move the bottle around and do the same technique for the other side. Again, I'm going to hold at least an inch away with the knife pointed away from my hand and my face. Please make sure that you are getting parental supervision before doing this. It is very important. And continue to twist, twist, twist until the knife goes in. Oh, that went in just a little bit too much, but that's okay because again, this is for the rope. And last hole, we are going to hold it inch away again, away from our hands. Twist, twist, twist. Very gently, not pushing too hard. It'll go in on its own. And holding the blade away from your hand and your face. There it goes in and twist. All right, now we are going to do the last hole, which is for the drainage on the bottom. So when you fill up the planter with water, you want to make sure that there's also areas for extra water to drain out. So we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna hold the bottle, hold the blade away from our face and our hand, and twist, twist, twist until it goes through. There we go. Awesome. All right. If you need time to pause to complete this task, now is the perfect time. All right, now that everything is cut, just double check to make sure that the areas that you cut are not rough and that the edges are smooth. And once the bottle is done being cut, we are actually going to push our strings through. So I took a piece of yarn and I cut it approximately 2 feet, a little bit more than that. And what we are going to do is we are going to take the ends of the string and we are going to run them through the holes. Bottle. Pull enough through and you're gonna do the same process. A good way to do that is to twist the string so that when it unravels, you can pull it all back together. All right, that's one side. And then I'm going to take the 2 ends and I'm going to tie them together. I'm gonna leave a little space on the end so I can cut the part that went crazy off. Put that on the side. Do the same thing with the other side. Twist the end so it can go through the hole. Make sure you're pulling all the string through. And again, twist the ends together. And you're going to pull it. Again, make sure that you're getting all of the string. And again, these edges got a little frayed too, and that's okay. This happens when you're using yarn. If you have rope, oh, my planter's flying away. It won't happen like that, but you gotta use what you got, and I got yarn. I'm going to also cut these edges off. Put that to the side. And now you have the string, which is going to hold your planter in place. You also want to make sure that your strings are semi-level, just so that when they're hanging, the planter's not like this, or like that. You want to show that they're straight. The next thing that we are going to do is we are going to make a marking on the side of our container that measures about 2/3 of the way full for our level of our soil. So I'm going to take the bottle and I'm gonna mark it about right here. And that is the line when the bottle is laying flat that I will fill the soil to. So I filled my container with about 3/4 of dirt. As you can see right there, the line, I filled the dirt up to the line. And now we are going to create a hole to transplant our plants, which are in this container, into the larger container. So rule of thumb is you want to do one about every 4 inches. So I'm going to start off on this side and I am going to just kind of take my spoon and move the dirt off to the side, kind of pack around the walls. And we're probably only going to have space to do 2. So I'm going to do the same over here.
that should be deep enough. You want to make sure that the dirt is deep enough so that the plant can take root. All right, now we are going to start the transplant process. So what you want to do is, because this plant is already kind of away from the others, I'm going to start with her. So I'm going to gently remove the dirt around the base of the plant, because you don't want to hit root. As much as possible, you're going to hit root anyway, but you want to try to be very careful because plants are living and they can go into shock. Once your plant goes into shock, it will probably die, and then you will have no plants. So as I'm going around the base of the plant, I'm slowly starting to get deeper and deeper. Pretty soon, I can just scoop the plant out. It might take a little finessing, but there is my seedling. You're going to take your seedling and you're going to drop it into the hole and try to support it as best as you can with your finger, and you're going to gently push all the other dirt. Tapping, not packing, but tapping. We don't want to squish the plant into our pot. Awesome. Now I'm going to repeat that same process, but this one it looks like it's going to be a little bit more difficult. So we are going to identify uncover the root system so we can see which one we can take. So you can see right there, there's a root right there. We want to be gentle and see which one we can remove. Again, sometimes the plants grow together. So you want to try to see which one. I'm gonna go for that one on the end. We are going to very gently isolate him or her. Go. You see all the roots on the bottom. We're going to very carefully put and again we are going to push all the dirt up along and tap, not push, but tap the dirt down. Awesome. Make sure that the soil is even on both sides. Plant is supported. In conclusion, I know you're home, and so it's very important to keep not only your body but your mind happy and healthy. Doing activities like this, where you can learn how to transplant your own growing seedlings, will ensure that you have fresh produce you and your family can have to remain sustainable. Planting is such an important skill to have and to master. So I hope that you enjoyed transplanting my tomato seedlings with me. But please share with After School All-Stars your creation. Show us what you grew, and please share any materials, tricks, or tips you use to grow your plants. Thanks for watching and being a part of our All-Star Ohana. Please share this video and leave a comment about what you liked and what you would like to see next. Have a great day and aloha.